my goodness. Hello everyone, Elise here. Whitney Elise. I am deciding to chime on in and do my video today. I'm out at the park today, and I am sitting on one of the soccer fields. But I wanted to get some sunshine. I wanted to put my feet on the ground and the grass, so that's what I'm doing. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the books that I have been reading and finished, and now reading again. As you guys know, in my last video I read the Gita and I finished the Gita, and I don't know if I told you guys this just yet, but I also got the Joy book. This book has brought me so much joy in my life. It's by here we go, Prem Raja Baba. He just takes all of the, I guess, not religious things, but like all of the powers that you can get, right? Technology, information, knowledge, wisdom, peace, manifestation, what else? Just way of thinking, way of being, knowing who you are, like on such a level where you have more joy in your life. I have experienced way more joy in my life ever since reading this book. Okay, and so I read the book once. I read the Gita once, and I'm reading them simultaneously. And I find it really interesting that there are all of these synchronicities, or very common things that are being said, and I'm sure if I read the Joy book with the Bible, I could see the common things as well. The Bible is written a little bit different than the Gita, obviously, because it's not the same book, but just the information that you get. So let me just give you some of the things that I have learned so far by reading the Joy book. For starters, it's not your typical book. It is a book of technology that you can download to yourself, but isn't it all information in a sense? Some type of technology, some form of information technology that you store in your RAM. So anyway, so if you see it more like computer information, or even like the Matrix, the Joy book is going to be easy to digest and to understand. But it's just like all it's as you can see, it's a thin read. It's not like some major thick book with 100,000 pages. It's simple and straight to the point. But at the same time, I'll read the book and have to read it again, or read the chapter over, because it's like so much in those pages, right? So it talks about unconditional love and how important unconditional love is, right? So and how most of us don't live with unconditional love. We live with conditional love ever since we probably turned, I would say even 4 or 5 years old. He mentioned in the book 8, but I just know some things in my life and how I experienced them and how major they were based on the age that I was at, where I began to, take some steps back and kind of like fall in line, Now, this book is not something that will encourage disobedience or any type of crazy behavior. If anything, it heals that traumatic experience so you don't have to live in that anymore. And I know for me that I find myself less offended, and sometimes not even offended at all by anybody, aware of my energy and aware of what I'm doing. And then, I will say this, one of the most prettiest and beautiful things about this book is that I am more conscious of myself, more conscious of the energy that I'm putting out, the perspective that I'm taking in every situation. So It doesn't mean that you just kind of like float off and like somebody treats you nasty and you just go like, oh, I forgot that, I don't really care. No, it's not that. It's like being in control, in a sense, like being in control of you, being able to live and do all the things that you need to do based on yourself, right? And learning the power of who you are and the power that you have, so that when you do come up against things or experience certain things in your life, you can look within yourself and kind of find those things. Definitely the Joy Book, there are some adjustments that I have made and needed to make, and one of them was seeing myself in this negative light, looking back at all of my past experiences as things that I gave permission to based on the judgments that I learned over the years of growing up, right? From either my mother or my family, school, society, television, music. We're constantly having a level of a moral level, or I don't even say moral, but like a level of this is the standard, and that standard changes from time to time depending upon the masses that contribute to keeping it going. And then just the programming of all the bad programs. If you get rid of all the bad, remember I mentioned earlier about the technology in your RAM and your mind. So can you only imagine if you can get rid of all the bad programs? Like you can deprogram, like, okay, for example, think of the Matrix, right? And when Neo and Morpheus goes into the room where he's like, I need guns. So then all these guns come and, they in this little space, right? And he can pick whatever guns, as many guns as he likes, right? Which is really cool. And then you can take that program out. Another program can come in. So that's our according to the Joy Book, it's our it's our consciousness, our subconscious, that actually creates all of these different things in our lives. A lot of stuff that I'm doing even right now, I'm not focusing on blinking my eye now that I'm doing it. But if the wind blows or something is coming close to my eye, my subconscious will automatically tell me to shield the thing that's coming in, right? So if our subconscious attracts these things and also tells us to automatically do certain things, if you have a negative program or a bad program in your subconscious that is programmed to attract negative and bad experiences, you're gonna always attract those things. Now, what I'm saying, you might think to yourself, well, Whitney, I've heard of that. That's simple, that's basic, and that's okay. If you have already received that information on how I'm saying it, that's even great. But this book kind of goes really deep into it, and like I said, I've experienced a lot more joy in my life. I experienced a lot of freedom and me letting go of a lot of past hurts, looking at my situations different, not expecting the same thing over and over again, because now that I can deprogram the abandonment, I can deprogram the rejection, I can deprogram the struggle, I can deprogram the lack, I can deprogram the fear, and I'm not saying that once you read the book once it's all fine and dandy and everything is kosher. It's just that when you know that there's something actively working, and you are aware of that thing working, and it's something that you do not want, you need to deprogram that thing and then put in a new program. He goes over and to show you how to program things in your mind, how to program your water. And it's so interesting because I came from a Christian background, right? And so reading the Gita, reading the Joy Book, what it has done for me is that, one, it takes the limitation off of what I can do, the access that I have to life as the full life, and then have given the ability to interact with everything, that it's just not something that is just there, and being able to program any and everything, because it is our own perspectives that we experience everything. And so hopefully this is the things that I'm saying can make sense. I would encourage any and every person to read the Joy Book. I had to order mine on Amazon, and shout out to my friend Sherry for telling me, hey girl, you gotta get this Joy Book. And I did, and I am so happy that I did. I have experienced such great peace, more joy in my life, more happiness. Prosperity has been abundant for me, even in the times that we're in. So I'm really happy. Oh, and also, my eating, changing my eating, and just all of it has been a lot easier for me than it has been in the past. And so I see my body, I see my circumstances change for the better, for everything. And things are they're not hard, or as hard as they used to be. It doesn't mean that I don't get challenged, because whenever you put out something out in the universe, there's always something that would like to counteract that thing. It's just that instead of being afraid of the counteract, you know how to program it as well, and program the future that you want, the present that you want. And so it has brought me great joy. And so check out the Joy Book, and reading the Joy Book with the Gita. Let me go over that too. The Gita is just super cool. I'm so happy that I read it. I'm happy that I'm reading it again. It has brought me a different perspective of God, the Creator, and in this case Krishna, and just how everything plays a role, right? Everyone has a part, and how life continues on, and life will continue on even after this lifetime. And then obviously the ultimate goal is to be in a place of bliss. And what better book besides the Gita, the Joy Book, to read together for bliss? Like, I'm so very thankful. I find myself in more of a state of gratitude and gratefulness than I've ever been before. And my circumstances are consistently getting better every single moment, every single day. Here it is, Mercury retrograde, right? Today is April the 7th. I'm here getting me some sun, and I'm on the ground, grounding myself, right? So I'm out here the day before the solar eclipse, which I have to go to work, and I'll check the solar eclipse out. I'm not going to be afraid to do that. I think that I'm definitely going to be in a state of prayer and positive expectation, because why would I want anything else, right? If I'm shaping my reality, then I'm going to make sure that I'm doing the things and living and promoting and pushing the thing that I definitely desire, which is great, beautiful things, peaceful things, bliss, happiness, joy, prosperity. And so I'm going to keep my mind on these things, and I'm going to vibrate on the God level, the high God level, the highest, the most high God level. And that is where I am, and that's where I'm going to be. And yeah, I am so excited with all of the changes that I made within my mind, within myself, within my consciousness, within my subconscious. It has been a great change and release of old and negative things and old programs. How beautiful is it that Creator, the Most High God, has decided to allow this book to come into my life? It's because I was seeking information that was going to help me change for the better. And so it came to me subconsciously. That's what I wanted. And here it is. And it came in the form of a book that is a quick read, but also so powerful and impactful. And it's not a religion. It is the consciousness, and it's the subconsciousness, and knowing that we live within both, and in 3 in 1, right? The subconscious, the conscious, and the body, the spirit, soul, and body. You find the Trinity everywhere you go, right? Y'all, I can't wear lipstick. I do sometimes, and I know when after I wear lipstick, like a layer of my lips just totally peels off. So I just gotta stick with Vaseline and coconut oil. But anywho, excuse that. But yeah, I'm extremely happy. I'm happy because my prayers has been answered. Oh, and the programming, right? What I mentioned earlier about programming your water, programming your day, programming your thoughts, your subconscious, so that your body produces this experience for you where you, like I said, you naturally blink, or when you want to go somewhere, you want to do something, or you want to get up, or you sit down, whatever, right? Your subconscious is already working for you. It's working for you all the time. But knowing that you have that connection with God and having it as the Most High God connected to you, and having Christ within. So we talk about, in this book also goes over an aspect of Christ, right? The Christ is within us. The Christ, our pineal gland, the golden oil that secrete goes down the 33 vertebrae of the spine and goes back up, and then of course you ascend. So if you're able to consistently do that through your lifetime, and to keep that sacred oil, you're gonna be pretty powerful walking around on this earth. Is there a straight and narrow path that you take to do that? It is. But when you're on a not even a quest, I would say, when you know who you are and you are connected to the Most High God and the divine, and some people call him the Ruach HaKodesh, Yeshua. There's so many different names, but I definitely know that the Most High God is suitable for the Most High God. And so, but having that connection and knowing that whenever I ask for a thing, even in this physical body that I'm in right now, that I have the ability to program it, even to the point of me losing weight, me experiencing just better sleep. I mean, there's just so much stuff that just these books have brought to me, and then adding them and changing my life for the better. I definitely want to tell people more and more about it. This isn't a knock towards anyone's personal religion or belief system. It definitely isn't. And the cool thing about the Joy Book, it gives you space to be able to still have all of your books and all of your knowledge and all the things that you read, and still be able to participate and receiving so much more joy in your life. So anyways, I'm gonna get ready to go. I gotta go see my mom, and I'm getting ready for the solar eclipse tomorrow, which is April the 8th, 2024. So I'm definitely gonna post this, and maybe I might do a video tomorrow. I don't know, but get the Joy Book. Definitely read the Gita and experience some more joy in your life, and more peace and more bliss, because you have the ability to shape your world. And this world doesn't have to be evil, and it doesn't have to be full of all of the ugly things that we see, because we can all, as a group, as a conscious effort, that we can subconsciously change the vibration and the frequency that we have been living on, and change it for all people to be in a place of bliss. And I know that even of myself, I can do that for me, and you can do it for you. So anyways, go check the book out. You guys have a lovely day. It's a beautiful Sunday. I am sunbathing. I am looking at the sun. I stare at the sun with my eyes open. And so but yeah, so get you some sun tomorrow, and yeah, take care. Peace, love, and all the light.